I met a gypsy.
I do at my core believe it really just should be an age out for the 250 class to make sure that all the guys in my situation after my championship at the time, I was going to be forced into a 450, which I was ecstatic about. I didn't want to ride a 250 anymore. And then I had deals and stuff lined up for the 450 right away. Well, then they all get a little whisper that they're going to allow me to defend. So now I'm back to 250 deals.
So is that what happened at JGR? Is that why you rode the 250?
That's why so basically my options dwindled down to 250 options across the board because that's where all the value was, with like 450 options in some cases, but not at Kawi. So the Gibbs thing came up and with a guaranteed shot at the big bike, which is what my whole point. That was my whole motivation for the deal. But like the rule change inadvertently, like kind of screwed up everything. But on the flip side of that, like Malcolm got screwed, because he couldn't defend, and the timing was bad, and he didn't have anything.
There's a whole generation of right around that area. There's like it's like Bogle, Malcolm, like a bunch of you guys, your whole careers just kind of
like
got
did a
deviated.
different, exactly.
Yeah.
So I just think it should be an age out thing. Guys are going to move up early. But right now it's super lopsided. It's like you'll have a guy come up at 19, and then you'll have a guy come up at 29 or 30 after he, got a title after so many years or whatever. And I was somewhere in the middle. Like I was just somewhere in the middle where I think I won my title at 21, I'm pretty sure. And then, so like I was just somewhere in between, not early, but like, I think it should be just an age. I don't think you should get kicked out. Because if you're a new guy, like a up and coming good amateur, and but that model works better with the minor leagues idea.
Yeah.
But the minor leagues idea would get killed immediately by too high of budgets necessary to go racing. Like the budgets to go racing for 250s particularly are nuts. Like crazy.
But that's where if you have them relatively stock. You
need them close to OEM.
Yeah.
Like that gives the manufacturers an opportunity to showcase their motorcycles. Like if you don't have a good stock engine package that's competitive, you're gonna make one.
And those teams that we're talking about where they're like putting all these aftermarket parts on and they're just kind of like not making these like good motorcycles.
It would all be illegal and it'd be safer.
Yeah, it kind of just like, no, we're sort of having it, stock ECU, stock this or whatever, stock suspension components.
And don't get me wrong, there's definitely a lot of consumable things that you can put on the bike that are better than stock, of course. Like you're gonna want good chains. You know what I mean? You're gonna get higher tensile strength chains than stock. The stock ones, I think, stretch a little bit more. There's a lot of little pieces but that needs to be honestly like, from my perspective, like that needs to be a pure data thing. Things, these parts are safer and do outperform these parts. Therefore they are illegal to run in this class.
Yeah.
Like not like, I mean, there needs to be. So that's where a kind of a goofy budget would come into play, where you have people testing those sorts of things for like. We don't have, I don't think, a really high interest in like going in depth on homologation for stuff. Like from my perspective, like you don't. I'm not super aware of people that are just day in day out testing the stuff that's available to us for the series and making the decisions and making it legal.
Yeah, no, you're right.
There's not really anything there.
No.
So and correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there is, but I'm not aware of it. So. If there was some of that, I think that would be great to have AMA, somebody involved in something of that nature. And then that can be a part of, you can create tiers of homologation for these different levels of racing, from amateur to minor to pro.
Yeah.
So that would allow less budgets. To me, the amateur thing, like if you're on a full factory star bike at Loretta's, fuck you. And not to anybody that's raced them. Of course they're going to race them.
Yeah.
But like you need like I think you need to be pretty close to stock. Like, and from my amateur career, we had not that many like real solid bikes until the end of my career, like when we started getting engines for Mitch and stuff, except for the 85 class. My dad could build a sick mod 85.
Yeah, but that's your dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's in our garage. Like, it's our budget.
That's cool.
To me, that's way cool.
Yeah.
But that kind of, I mean, this is going to be super hot button, but like, I honestly think a lot of amateur racing probably should be 2-strokes just because it's so, like, that's the minor of minor leagues.
Yeah.
It should almost be 2-strokes. Just whatever's the more affordable. Like, you know, because a lot of guys don't have the chance, the opportunity. You know, there's guys that, like me, where I didn't really have much in like, in 2010, my first big bike year, and like Pop and Josh and my dad all like kind of got together and like got me a couple of Suzukis to just go race. I beat a bunch of guys I shouldn't have beat and got a ride. Dude, if we had to sustain that for 2-3 years, that would have been super tough. You might never have seen me. So it's just expensive. Like, and you know, the whole economy's tough, but it's very, very expensive to put together a good amateur program.
Yeah.
Let alone a good pro program. Like, if you think that you have the chance to get a 250 and go beat Star guys or Mitch's guys or Factory, you know, any of the KTM Husky gas bikes, you're nuts.
Yeah.
It's just never going to be close. Take it from me, because there's times where I've been very underpowered, and it's like, I know I'm good. I know I can.
Yeah, I just won this
thing. Did it.
Yeah.
And it's not even an option to be that good.
Fuck, that's crazy. So like to go from Mitch to that Suzuki.
And it's not
was
like
just
the
like
Suzuki did things good. But just that one little piece of missing some horsepower was like, I mean, I'm probably making it out to be bigger or smaller than it really is. It's somewhere in the middle. But just that piece mentally for me was just like wrecked me. And I'm not a big clutcher. Like, I don't get the bike all spooled up and like to go. I'm just really like, I'm mellow throttle wise.
And that bike just didn't let you do it.
Didn't fit me. It just didn't fit me well.
Yeah.
Other guys could make it work better, especially if they weighed 90 pounds. It worked good. But like, I was just so heavy too. That was on me too. Like, if I just weighed what I weighed right now, it would have been better.
Yeah.
You know? But so, eating a bunch of shit, not sleeping, life crisis. Like, it's just none of it worked out. You know?
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.